won't happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Great ride isn't y'all. Get your mats, get your weight, line up. If you walk wall to wall, jump on your bike. If that's what you're doing. Yeah. Oh Lord, let's get started. Indeed. Oh my goodness. How y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning? Oh, I was fine, and now all of a sudden, I'm stiff. But honey, just take a little warming up to get rid of the stiffness. How y'all doing? Yeah? Thanks for coming on the walk. Please like, comment, share, tell a friend, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin. I'm still touching buttons on here, y'all. I don't know what happens. Touch the wrong button, and I'll probably be ejected. Hey, thanks for coming on the walk. Thursday, if you've been walking all week, I know you feel good. I know you're proud of yourself. And see, I have to say again, when I sing that song, if you sing the song, I wish I'd get video of people saying I'm walking. Because when they say it, when it gets to I'm walking just for me, they'll be pointing to themselves. And then you'll understand that I'm not just being vain when I say just for me. I'm thinking like when you sing the song, it'll be just for you. Great Rod isn't. Oh, Rod is so beautiful up in the sky this morning. Gonna burn us up though. Gonna burn us up. The rest of the day, I think it's supposed to be in the 90s. Oh, yes, I'm stiff, y'all. Oh, I was on the bike. Or as T.S. Medicine said, the beak. I was on the beak. And again, some people have pains that they get involuntarily. And all my pain in the morning is voluntarily because I cause it. I either cause it because I stretch in the morning. And I stretch in the morning on that mat. I'd be like, y'all, I'm so glad y'all can't see me. I ain't never gonna record that. I'd be like, oh, oh, whew, it is something. It is something. And then, after a while, I'm good. I'm liquid. I'm liquid gold. I am liquid gold after that stretch. But then there's sometimes that the stiffness, because man, I'll be 65, the stiffness gets in. And one thing I know, that once I start walking, the stiffness will go away. That's another reason why I exercise. The stiffness goes away. And that's what I wanted to do. Whew. Well, I put it on my Facebook page, but let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now. Every bad ain't. When my grandmother wasn't being the cult leader, because my grandfather was a deacon. And in the cults, right under the pastor is the deacon. It's the deacon board that really fires and controls the pastor. Not in these mega churches. And these mega churches, these cult leaders, they control everything. They're the whole reason there's a church. But in some cults, you had a foundation of people who started in on the cults and took it from there. So, my grandfather, her husband, was a deacon. By right of marriage, she was a deaconess. And she was also the choir director. So she was up there in that cult church. Whew. And when she wasn't culting and she was being her regular self, you know, grandma, and she teaching us how to make it through this world, she taught this one thing, well, many things, but one thing we're talking about today. She said, every bad ain't. She said, every bad ain't. And being so ridiculed and being called so many things, that was definitely something that caught my ear. Because she was bad, we were the devil, we were rude, all those things, but just when I just heard it say every bad ain't. And over the years, I've had those. And I had one yesterday on YouTube. Y'all know how I am. So, I meant to write, I love to hang before the morning walk. What I put was, I love you before the morning walk. I got over 2,000 views. Now, I don't know what all that stuff means. All say to me. I mean, if I'm helping somebody, good. But it was a short. 2,000 views. So I looked at it and I said, well, no. I meant to say, I love to hang before the walk. Not I love you, hang before the walk. So, being me, and I know they talk about different catchwords that help you on YouTube and stuff, I put, I love you. I was like, maybe people need to hear, I love you. I'm not opposed to telling people I love you. I tell myself all the time I love me. I have a whole little kiss thing I do. Manly love with me. But I just ain't started being African American. I've been African American. And I'm going to tell you, when you say I love you to African American, as a child, what I said, they would say, what do you want? What you trying to get? It was never, oh, I love you too. Never. Well, my mother. She would say, but she always used to say, like we would lay in bed together and cuddle up. She'd say, I love you. And I said, I love you too, Mom. But that was it. It wasn't a, what do they say, a public show of attention. Oh, PB something. So, I mean, I have no problem saying it. It's just like people have problem receiving it. So when I saw that, and I said, I love you, well, let me see. Let me throw I love you in front of my walk. So I did it today. I'll throw it in front because to exercise, you really do gotta love yourself. You have to. You have to have some love for yourself. You have to. You have to love yourself. And if that's hard to do, then you're not going to exercise. It's so easy to say, oh, you know, I've seen the phony balonies all the time. It's easier for them to love everybody outside themselves except themselves. Don't know how that is, but I've seen it a lot. And I was supposed to say every morning I wake up, I love you to me. I love you, Vicki. One of my videos, I made that promise to myself. And I forgot. But I got no problem saying I love you. Yeah, I do. Here's an anti-pearlism. I think she had went shopping, and she called me. We were neighbors, and she called me up. Oh, Vicki, come on! I just came back from shopping. Let me show you what I got. So I said, okay, cool. And I go up there and watch her do her fashion model and put on her dress and looking very sexy and everything. And then she stops and she looks at me. And she said, you know, I would hate to be the only person on earth. And I'm like, where is this coming from? That's usually how the anti-pearlisms usually hit me. Where is this coming from? And I said, yeah. And she said, yeah. She said, if I was the only one on earth, who would be able to see how gorgeous I look in these dresses? I about fall out that chair laughing. She said, who's going to see how good I look? And it's true. I guess that was her way of saying, as people, we need each other. People needing people. You know? But that's how it is. People needing people. And so that took care of that. So every bad ink. If, in fact, I love you gets YouTube allegories and does whatever it does, then I found the key. But there's so many keys. Millions of keys. But I got one. Yay, one. Yay, one. So we'll try that and see what happens. But every mistake ain't. It's not. If you do something, you say, oh, I made a mistake. Stop yourself right there and say, nope. Nope. Give it a couple of seconds, maybe a minute or two. Maybe the next day, you'll say, oh man, not a mistake. We're trained to attack ourselves. You can't be sheep if you don't attack yourself. There was this book I read, Fallen Doves, I believe, by Chan. It was 3 generations of Chinese women. And it started with the daughter a little before the Mao, Chairman Mao's regime. And in it, they talk about the generation of women, and they're very strong women, very powerful women during that time. But, and this is definitely a change of topic, how they used to have meetings where when Mao took over and he took all the intellectuals and sent them up on farms. That's why all these folks voting Republican, all these smart people voting Republican, blows my freaking mind. When you look at any takeover as such, the first people to go are the intellectuals, the teachers, the professors, because they need the people to be sheep, mindless, brainless. But apparently, in this country, the people that we consider professionalism and knowing historians that know stuff, apparently, when it comes here, they don't know nothing. I think America is a country where if you're a man, you can be a full man, gun included, extended penis attachments available. You can be in any other country and not be able to get a penis extension. But you come into America and the United States and you can buy a penis extension anywhere. But, getting back to Mao, the first thing he did was get rid of the intellect. And he set up the community of tattletales, where neighbors told on you. They spied and they told on you. And they told lies on you. And they berated you and belittled you and berated your family. They made up lies, like I said, slightest thing. And they didn't care because the Chinese government didn't care. The whole thing was to make the people sheep. Have them rat and tell on each other. Have them kill each other. And that's what I saw during this horrible 4-year reign of that GOPQ conservative cult. Now those Asian women, those Chinese women, when I get back to this, going back to the story, they were strong. They were strong women. They had to endure a lot, and still keep going. Mao wouldn't even let you commit suicide. Started putting nets everywhere. And if you threw yourself off the building and they could scrape you up and take you to the hospital, they would paste you back together and put you right back out there. That's what I saw in 45's control. That's what I saw. But those women were strong, each generation. Each generation was stronger than the next. And cleverer. But Mao still managed to starve 10 million people. Sent hundreds, well, let's put millions to die in different wars, Korean. They got all the way involved in the Vietnam War. Because there were so many people in China. So you ward them out. Men, extended penises. They had the guns, the extended penises. And here, that's who has the guns. The wimps who are made strong by having the gun. The limp dicks, who dicks get hard when they have a gun. And they make the laws, them limp dicks. And them weak men, they make the laws. They want guns. They don't care how many people die. They don't care if kids get hold of a gun and shoot one another. They don't care. It's none of their concern. They don't give a frick, or a fridge for. It makes them feel good, and they write the laws. So the NRA comes and makes it available as NRA Man's Club. Extended dick, like have they used to have the men's club with the hair plugs. That's what the NRA is. Men's club. And women too. There's some women that like penises and they want penises. And they can go buy them. And they're happy to have their penis. They are. They got no problem with the penis. Go buy it, pick it up, no problem. Oh, we're almost at the 20 mark. Ha ha ha! 20 minutes already. That's how fast this thing goes. This walk. It's over with in no time. Then we take our little break. Y'all know since I started knocking one of these back before I come on the walk I try to get it in by 4:30. But still, I gotta take the break. I'm walking, oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Yes, indeed, I'm walking, oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking, oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy. Yeah, y'all. Hey. Woo. Thank you for the company. Let me show y'all if I take a sip. This is my alkaline water. I use my old alkaline water machine. Yes, but I put it in here. I'm walking, oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. 20 minutes of walking and I'm still a little stiffish. Y'all can go back and do the walk. Let me just get some water because I'm sweating. I'm sweating and hold on, y'all. Hold on. I am sweating. Okay, here I am. Let's start this walk. Ooh. Can y'all see the sweat pouring off me? like the Niagara. Oh, but this breeze feels so good. That little fan is giving off serious breeze. I got the big one. I guess I should plug it in right. But I'm here to sweat. I'm here. I want this stuff out of my system. And if I gotta sweat it out, I'll sweat it out. I don't know. This morning thing, morning workout, morning walk like we do in there. Oh, thanks for coming on the walk. Is that Diane? Is that Yvonne? Hey, Yvonne. Is that Loretta? Or some of my guests that come through. Thank you for coming on the walk. Judy pops in sometimes. I see the thumbs up. Oh, Pin, I see her thumbs up. Yeah, we just keep moving. So my next thing I want to talk to you about is women. As a woman, from my child perspective, and I got it all through TV, because we didn't have Caucasians, whites, Europeans in our neighborhood. So never really knew how they operated. But I would see the television. And on the television, all the white women, they were fainting. They were either fainting or sliding down the wall or falling back on the chair or waving their handkerchief. They feel so dizzy. They were always dizzy. They were always dizzy and going to faint. And I remember saying, wow, we African American women, not African, I was just like talking about, I was like, we ain't real women. And remember I told you I used to go to school and wait for my teachers, because I had white teachers. I would wait for them to faint, because that's one of the characteristics that I learned from TV. They faint. But I looked and looked, but I had none faint in my class. And on the TV, that's all they did. They fainted, something happened. Oh, so-and-so happened. And they would faint, boom, right away. Boom, right away, hit the floor. What? And I was like, dang, we ain't women, because we don't be fainting like that. I ain't never seen my mama faint. I ain't never seen none of my aunties in them faint. I ain't never seen my stepmother, my grandmother, my aunts, none of them. None of them. Like you're sitting there talking to them and poof, they on the ground. None of them. My sisters, I've never seen them faint. So I always felt that to be a good woman, you have to be weak. And the fact that I was surrounded by strong women, strong African American minority women. When we saw Europeans, it was men, they owned the stores. They came and read the meters. They delivered the mail. But the women, though my mother had two good friends, June and April. I know one was Irish. I don't know what the other one was. And I didn't see them faint. They was crying all the time. But they also had husbands that used to beat them up terribly. So that could be why they was crying. But all I used to see on television, weak, car accidents. It was that because of those damn women. Those damn women were talking about black women. I thought again they were talking about white women being the worst drivers in the world. First of all, they was the one doing most of the driving. A lot of black women didn't have cars or access to cars. a lot of years, putting ourselves down, men putting us down, but it wasn't until they started the movement, burn the bra, movement, get a mirror and look at your coochie, movement, going into Roe versus Wade. And the women that made that happen, Ruth Ginsburg, the women that made that happen and held on to that, the last one died. And Roe v. Wade is no more. Because this generation and these millennials coming through, they're the fainters. They're the weak ones. And black women are just doing what we always did. We're not fainters. We didn't faint. We didn't get weak and lean on a man. That's not our introduction to this culture when you brought us here on slave ships. Maybe if we were still in Africa, it was that kind of relationship. But when you brought us over here, you didn't want that. Because you wanted us enslaved women to be able to sleep with any man that you gave her. You wanted her to have babies. If she had an interest in a man, you sold him off or you sold her off. So we ain't like that. We don't need faith. Oh, the man to catch me. That's not in our history. That's not our introduction to America. That's not our culture. That's y'all. When I said what? White, European, Caucasian, that's who I'm talking to. And your ancestors that got Roe v. Wade, that got them to stop dealing in what we do with our bodies, they're dead. And you can't even measure up. You can't even measure up. So busy. This generation of women is the women that I used to see back in the day. Isn't that strange? Seeing all that crap. Oh, women can't drive. My wife's so stupid. How stupid is my wife? My wife. All those things drove those women to be stronger. And now, this millennial group, and before, because my generation, cracked and AIDS stick them out, so don't worry about them. You new millennials? I guess it's okay. I guess it's all right going back the old way to be subservient to a man. To not be able to do what you want with your body. I saw, I was looking at TLC, and this was this Nigerian couple. The woman was from Nigeria, and the man, he's European American. And they're trying to get a baby, and he was trying to talk to her about her body, and she looked at him and she said, this is my body. You don't know what goes on in my body. She backed his ass right up. I was so proud of her. And I beg African women, do not be like these European and European American women. No. They're not strong. They lost Roe v. Wade. They lost it. They lost it. Because they kowtowed to the cult leaders. That's all. Oh, we want to have all the babies. Wasn't us. Wasn't us. We didn't get Roe v. Wade. Yo no sé. Okay? I think we're still coming out and fighting civil rights and all kinds of stuff like that, trying to keep them from killing us. We have other issues. As always, the main issues is to stop them from killing us. Everybody, oh, PTS, PTS. Every African American in this country has PTS. Because if you're not born knowing that they'll blow your ass away, your parents are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is teaching you how to stay away from them. If that cop pulls you over, turn off the engine. If you see the cop behind you, first dial your cell phone and get somebody so they can hear the conversation. Put it open in the chair next to you. Turn off the car, stick your hand out the window. That's parents that know they will kill you. And the parents that know their history, they have killed you for less. And if you don't teach your child that, you're remiss, as they say. Love to throw your kids in jail. Love to throw your kids in jail. Love nothing better. You don't tell your kids that and teach them that, how to stay away from it. The appearance of picking your friends better. Don't let your friend get you thrown in jail. Don't follow them. If you ain't teaching your child that, then you ain't teaching. But let's get back to these women. These women, folks, the fainers, the ones that lost Roe v. Wade, that allowed those cult leaders to come and tell them what to do with their vagina. I don't gotta have no abortion. They ain't got nothing to do. You, like Kelly said, you don't know my body. You don't make those decisions. And every African American woman that vote this year, vote them out. Vote out that GOPQ conservative leadership because it's all about sex. They are so taken with the woman's vagina that they can't focus. And that's another thing from my childhood. They used to say, how can you put women in power? They'll have a menstrual cycle and they won't be able to focus. Well, I just watched all my life you men. And I watched you do so many stupid things being led by your dick. So you will blow up this country to get some pussy. Yes, you will. You're the weak one. You can't think if your dick is hard. You're the weak one. It ain't got nothing to do with a woman. Oh, she hormonal. No. You're dick-monal all the time. You can't think about nothing else. All these wars are pissing contests. Again, all you're thinking about is your dick. But I spent years watching you deflate. Oh, she'll have a tantrum and she'll hit the atomic bomb. How about that? His dick will get hard for some president's young wife and he'll blow up the whole fucking country to get her. How about that? How about that? How about a lot of these wars are caused by nothing but men's dick and pissing? How about that, ladies? Ain't you sick of that? Ain't you sick of being in wars because of dicks? Who piss the furthest? Who can stick it in as many women as they can? Ain't you sick of that? No, because all the white man got to say is, well, black people. And white women say, oh, all the black, all the black. Take Roe v. Wade. Just get the blacks, just get the blacks. That's all I see. You sisters get it together. Get out there and vote. Put some of us in these places where these folks are not only making decisions for us as African Americans, but folks about us as women. Put a kibosh in it. Y'all vote, y'all get as many African American women as you possibly can. Don't worry. These Caucasians, don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. They like being handmaidens. They like being FDLS, one man in the house, fucking one woman on the second floor, the other one on the third floor, one on the first floor, and got the other woman in the basement, and they ain't living just as happy because they gonna go to heaven. Don't worry about them. They ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna have it. They don't realize they're here on earth. They didn't make that connection yet. But you African American people, y'all always supposed to be connected. Get out there and vote. Be following up with these white women. I done seen them all grown up, all in the movies, fainting. Oh, I can't do anything with my husband. And my husband doesn't say. The same husband that's beating your ass, throwing you and the kids down the stairs and out the fucking window, that same husband? I know what I'd have for him. He wouldn't be bothering me long. And unless I did it to a second one, they would never know. You always get away with the first one. Remember, ladies, stop playing. No. One lady on the Supreme Court, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, was able to keep all them dicks at bay. One woman. And they say, oh, white people is a minority. They're the minority. So supposed to be the white women is the minorities too. And all these white women's couldn't save Roe v. Wade. Couldn't stop the man from telling you what to do with your body. Don't follow these white women. African American women. Now I know, I was like, we ain't never fainted. I would see them on TV. White women faint. Oh! Ooh! Falling on the couch. Ooh! Falling on the bed. Ooh! Falling on the floor. Ooh! Falling in the car. Ooh! They were always passing out. And the man said, well, you know, of course she's weak. And she says, yeah. Oh, I'm so weak. That ain't us. I didn't put it together. They made it seem like you're not a woman if you ain't weak. No. The universe, African American women, the universe, Eve's made us strong. Don't go that way. Y'all vote. Try to get them dick pics out of there. Them dicks in robes. Because that's all they are. You think they thinking with their heads. They're thinking with their dicks. See, you see the head. The head is above the robe. And you say, oh, I see the head. You see the judges? Their heads is above the robe. But for the dicks, they think we're down here. The main person in charge is a dick. I will fuck you, you will have all my babies, and I ain't got to pay you shit. And the white woman said, wait. The white woman said, I'm so weak, That ain't us, African American. Let's go back to protecting us. Y'all vote those folks in. Vote the sisters in. Because we ain't that. We ain't the handkerchief women. We ain't the white handkerchief women. I thought about it when I had to get, and I've seen it all my life. And now I finally understand it. Usually, if you see an African American woman arguing with a white man, she is going fucking ballistic. I didn't understand it. Now, I don't get in arguments with men. I don't. But I noticed that even on my job, I've been on a job where a lot of women got, African American women was fired because that white man thought he'd come to her and talk to her like his wife, like his, oh, I'm fading. She was like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, I'll grab this chair and beat your ass. I seen them say, no, you can get fucked up. I've never seen in an argument in office anywhere, African American women back down. But I have seen them white women cry like babies. I've seen them. I've seen them crawl up in themselves. Instead of telling him, go home and fuck your mother. They said, oh. And we like, what's wrong with you? Put a pointer on him. Put on some harassment. No. He just had a bad day. We would be sitting there and say, it's going to get worse if he think he come over to me talking that shit. He think he come this way. And they wouldn't. They knew who to stick with. They're weak women. The ones that lost Roe v. Wade. The ones that allowed the Republicans to put all them dicks in robes in there to fuck y'all. Don't be like that. I'm just so sorry. That's what they showed us on TV. And I felt bad because all the African American women I knew were strong. And I was like, but these white women are weak. And they said in order to be a woman, you gotta be weak. No, you ain't. To be a woman, you just gotta be a woman. Let's do 10, not up or down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good luck. Oh. Tuck in your elbow, squeeze your gut. Neither up nor down. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah! Let's see it 3 times the charm. Yeah! Yeah! I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thanks for coming on the walk. Stick around for a gulp and chat.
Thank you for the company.
Yeah!
Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking, oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. company.
Yeah. Ha ha. Yeah. Woo. Let's throw back this water, y'all. Make sure my lunar ball is straight. With no advertisement. Ain't nobody giving me no advertisement dollars. I think that's what celebrity and gamers and stuff like that. Them people at the top of the YouTube game and the Facebook game. Not for little duppies like me. Yeah, y'all, let's get this water down.
Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking.
Going a little slow.
Thank you for the company.
Because I had a nose incident.
I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Yeah. If y'all drink water with me, don't you feel good? I want to let you know something. Y'all is evacuating stuff that is hard up in the intestines. This water flushes it out. And especially after you did the walk, when everything is said and done, evacuation should be really good.
So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Whew. Get it, y'all. Yes, and then you got your water for the money. 2 quarts better than no quart at all.
Thank you for the company. I'm walking. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Go back. Why waste time playing with games? Why waste time playing games, drinking glasses of water, and you just go back and forth? Just gulp it back and you're done with the day. You're good to go. You got 2 in you. Well, for y'all, you got 1 in you. This is my second one. Let me let the gas up. Gas come up, water go down.
I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Left-handed.
Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy.
Thanks for coming on a walk. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. Oh, have a wonderful day, y'all. A wonderful day. And I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking.